Previously on Dungeon Masters.
Today we're going together discover what did happen when you drowned in the Lake of Sorrows.
Cool.
What?
Unfortunately, the water wasn't the problem. You saw things almost impossible for your mind to comprehend. Strange spaces, non-Euclidean shapes, and then everything went dark as you washed up on the shores of Innsmouth.
The great lord will come. Cthulhu is his name. Be banished and made prostrate before him, and he will find you. He is inevitable.
Can I slap him around the face?
Absolutely.
Please.
What does the dreamer look like?
You see scales, you see skin, you see strange helix-like shapes. You see one large eye yawning wide, as large as the sea, and above it is suspended you, and then it's gone.
That happens, I'm trying to claw out my own eyes.
Over the table, kind of inclined to kill this fucking potato.
Oh, completely. I don't know why we're hesitating.
Further, he says,
Keep it safe. Beware of the ones donning the sigil of the claw. They'll take it. They'll take it from us. We must deliver this unto the ones below the graven peak. They'll take it, and perhaps they can find a way for him to hear our words, our prayers, the sacred incantations to wake him from his slumber.
Oh, thank you. It'd be most helpful. And then I start picturing a rain cloud bursting to sort of fill my thoughts with nothing but that, so he can't read that. I believe that's enough out of you.
Is Solus with us?
Yeah, oh yeah. In fact, actually, I turned so soulless. It feels that you and I are no longer alone. Is what you hear.
yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
when you turn to look at Solus, you see not a paper crow, a jellyfish made of paper. Its long kind of strands catching in the wind like tissue paper would. And it gently ruffles next to you, kind of floating in the air.
Wow. Well, sorry you startled me there. Solus, it's an interesting look you're sporting.
And the rest of you all hear bloop. But what you hear is something is wrong.
I'd say so, my little friend.
We need to retrieve the banshees and return to Sithicus.
I couldn't agree more. So, unless you have anything else to cast light on our predicament, I suggest we move on.
Yes, I must confess to you, I despise this form.
Well, in fairness, you pull it off well.
He chuckles.
Aw, little sweetie.
Like I do, Crem is a good friend and a terrible partner.
Yeah.
Like, really friend-zoned for life.
Yeah.
This is the best way for
Oh, Crem.
Were you trying to hit on Solus?
it. No, just trying to boost his confidence.
Oh, okay.
But he's tapped into that, but he's
He's in
not
the
tapped.
Crem zone.
Crem zone.
I'm in the, oh, yes, they call it the Crem zone. I'll always have your back, but I'm a
Never your
disaster on a
friend.
date. So I turn back and go, excuse the sounds you may have, suppose you may have heard. Appears our fine feathered friend is feeling a little different.
Where is the amulet at this point?
Gave it to you.
Yeah, you
You're
Can I put it
holding
on?
it in your hands. You can.
Is it going to do anything?
Do I get free stuff?
Yeah, do you want to investigate it before you put it on?
I can help with that.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Great. I'm,
Would you let me help you for a bonus?
don't need you to be nice to me.
No, fair enough.
Go on, okay, fine. No, help me. Go on.
It's, sort of.
Sure, I need all the help I can get. You know what? Some things have got to be put aside.
So I'll turn from saying that and go, Zora,
As you see me about to.
Yeah. Just because of the world we find ourselves in is even stranger than the one we left. May I help you with just in case?
You know I've always had a thing for pretty things.
But this pretty thing may come with a little sting in its tail, and I would hate for you to have additional problems.
Damn. Fine.
He just sort of Mom, just sort of turns it over a few times and wants to help her make a study of it.
So I get a bonus to this?
I think you get advantage if
Yeah,
you're
advantage.
on the help action.
Yeah, help actions, you get advantage.
Perfect.
That's a 20.
20.
Oh.
10.
10. It looks like a normal amulet to you. For all intents and purposes, there's nothing about it that strikes you as strange or interesting. As you examine the shape of the Sphinx and the jade of the amulet, nothing about it seems overly familiar to you. You've heard of Sphinxes before, but you don't understand how they could possibly be relevant here. The means by which this was made is unknown to you. As you gaze into the jade of the amulet, you see that the surface is not smooth, like you initially thought, but that there are small whorls in the jade that glint when you reflect it at the right angle. Can't discern what kind of skilled hand could create such small designs in the stone.
I would like to put it on.
You put it on. You all see the chain kind of clink around Zora's neck, and then the jade perfectly complements your green skin.
Why am I bound?
Oh, right. You were trying to scratch your own eyes out.
You're not bound. They're just seaweed mittens that Wesley and I knitted for you.
We just... Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. The body is bleeding?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to drain the body so I can get some hit points. So
absolutely.
How much blood does he have? Because I want to try
Yeah,
and
go ahead
replenish.
and give me 2d4
Cool, thank you.
plus your Constitution modifier twice. Is how much you'll heal.
I'm weak. 4 plus 3, 6, 10 points of healing.
That'll be his death saving throws, and then he's done.
Yeah. I suppose we can either go to the village, Innsmouth, I believe, or we could try to go into the center of the ocean, but I am not certain how we can accomplish such a task.
Well, there is no boat for us to go on.
No.
And I've been in the water a little too much lately.
I think, logically, we need more data.
I agree.
I'm sorry, I don't, I feel unwell.
What happened to you? You were overcome.
I saw an eye. It was beautiful.
I saw an eye, too. Beautiful is not a adjective that springs to mind.
And I turn and try to track the best way to the town.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
And I am still overcome with that image in my mind as I roll a 2.
Whoa.
As you look up to the stars to orient yourself, you see them dance in impossible patterns and impossible shapes, beckoning you to join them and feast among the stars. You hear it in your mind, whispers, "Join us, the great devourer, the great feast, the great devourer, the feast, feast, feast among the stars."
And I look to make sure no one else hears the voice. No. I think we should go that way. I'm going to move us in the direction of the Ark. What did you call it?
Gibbosar.
Gibbosar.
It's in the middle of the ocean, right?
Well, so, yeah, it kind of juts out into the ocean. As you try to navigate them, and you all think that your companion is taking you to Innsmouth, instead, he brings you to what you can easily discern is not a town or a village, but a strange, jagged ring of jutting obelisks coming up from the ground at different heights. They have a sheen to the strange stone they're made of, and they form perfect geometric patterns at the top instead of like the jagged, rough edge you would imagine of a stone. There's like small little, perfectly geometrically formed edges of hexagons as these pillars kind of almost grow up from the ground itself, these strange monoliths.
Fascinating. This is actually a occurrence in nature. That does actually happen, but here it seems more precise.
Is this the town?
No, but it feels like where we should be.
Can I insight check Eloin.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, 8 plus 6, 14.
Is that a contested roll? Or is she just inside?
Yeah, I would say, are you trying to hide that, like, you're lost or that you can't read the stars the way you normally can to navigate?
I'm trying to find a way to the stars to feast.
Give me a deception check.
That's a 19 plus
Yeah.
6 for 25.
Yeah, you believe he's brought you here in earnest, I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
Is there some sort of interactive quality to these obelisks?
They're formed in a perfect ring. They tower into the sky. They're obelisks, but where they would have been hewn from stone, instead you see perfect hexagons kind of crumbling away at their edges, and you also see small suspended silvery pebbles where maybe pieces of them have broken off. They give off a light silver sheen as you look at them. You hear a slight vibration almost between them, and you're all standing outside of this like ring that sits like just off the side of the road.
I'd love to try to investigate what kind of, like a metallurgy,
Yes.
the material, and if I recognize this, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
It's an investigation. It's plus 6. That's a 24. I have a tiny little rock hammer, and sort of trying to scrape it and tap it. And,
Ding. As you're looking at it, you realize it's not silver, but there are multicolored sheens in the metal and little perfect square whorls kind of etched into it. And you realize you're looking at bismuth monoliths.
Bismuth is fascinating, intriguing. I like to scrape it a little bit and put it into a little holding patch.
You're able to do so.
As he's doing that, I'm going to just start to stagger forward while he's investigating into the center of it.
You stagger forward into the circle, and as you do, you hear, "Give us your eyes. Yes, you must be blind to look through the observatory. Gaze upon the cosmos. Give us your eyes. He wants our eyes."
I take the arrow tip and try and pluck up my eye.
Oh, God. Can we try and stop him? Again?
This is going to be a perception check, I think, to see if you realize what's happening.
12 plus 4, 16.
You see it happening, and you see the arrow kind of come out as you see what Eloin intends to do.
I want to try and stop him. I want to grab him.
I think, Eloin, you're so engrossed in this task that you probably are able to at least attempt to shake him. Do you fight Zora off?
How strong is this pull? How in my mind are they?
In the middle of this observatory, it is loud. In fact, the whispers kind of seem conducted between all of the pillars.
It sounds like music to me. It sounds like the most beautiful song I've ever heard. And I'm driving that arrow tip into my eye and actively trying to...
As you rest out your eye, the clouds above you vanish, and you see whirling galaxies and all the infiniteness of the universe and all its beauty.
Like,
Fascinating.
Taking notes.
Fascinating.
It's very science.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the intriguing.
You see a star wreathed in a corona, not of flame, but of ghastly green. You behold Zadoon, the corpse star, infinite in its vastness, infinite in its life, and you too can be infinite, young stargazer.
The other eye's coming out.
Wow.
Oh my God. I want to really try and stop him.
Absolutely. How do you stop him?
I mean, I'm not very strong. I
you can
guess.
use a spell.
Yeah, okay. How about.
Try and push me out of the center with Thunderbolt.
Yeah, okay, I can
Cool.
Thunderwave you. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
This is cool.
All right, so
Great.
give me 68 instead of 2.
68.
Yeah,
That's a lot of damage.
this is fun.
Well, that's what, I don't want to kill him, but
I mean,
sometimes you have to.
yeah.
It's relationship.
She understands.
Relationship advice by Devora Wilde.
Sometimes you gotta.
Okay. 7 times 3, 21.
6, 27, 32 points of damage.
32 points of damage.
And I go flying, I imagine?
Yeah.
Why doesn't that happen in combat?
You haven't used that spell in combat.
You got over 30. The bismuth monoliths shatter around you as it seems as though the heavens themselves open up and thunder rains down. Wow. These metal pillars conduct the lightning, turning it into pure sound. And all of you outside the ring take half of this damage as a thunder wave bursts out across everything. Not you.
Great. Half of 32, so 16?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
As this happens, and you all see Zora kind of standing powerful with this, emanating with this like lightning thunder energy, you hear several voices say, the priestess has come, she's come.
I'm now bloodied.
I am also bloody.
Can I just say,
Cure
sorry
wounds.
guys.
I'll do Cure Wounds on you, and then I'll just do Cure Wounds on myself. Sorry, 2 level 1 spell slots.
Yeah.
2d8 plus 6.
I'm doing pretty well, to be honest.
You're doing amazingly.
You get 8 plus 6 back,
so
so
that's
14,
thank
and then
you.
I'll do one to myself.
Eloin is close to death.
Yep.
Eloin's been going through it since arriving to Innsmouth.
But you have kind of brought it on yourself, so.
She's not wrong.
No, too harsh?
As we're struggling on the floor, she's doing that. I'd like to like whip out my animated shield and just activate it.
Yes.
Because and put some goggles on.
So she's blown me out of the circle?
Yeah, you kind of regain some sense of yourself and come back to yourself a little bit.
I have one less eye.
Is it hanging out or is it fully gone?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's probably hanging out.
Okay, cool. I rush to you and I like press it back into your face and cast Cure Wounds. By 3rd first level spell slot.
Strahd bless first responders, man.
2d8 plus 6. 16 points of health back.
I'd love if she put it in there slightly wonky.
She
can't quite get it.
Lazy eye.
His eye is slightly
there.
googly now.
No.
It's like Cookie Monster's eyes.
Yeah.
And I think like as I do that, what happened?
You didn't see?
No. What did you see?
Eternity.
No one sees that.
I did.
What did it look like?
Like the most beautiful night sky you've ever seen. They said I could join them.
They?
The voice. You don't hear the voice?
No.
No.
This group was mad as a box of frogs. What's wrong with all of you?
As you say this, leaping down from the craggy rocks, you see a young man, hair whipped wild by the salty sea air, bright green eyes, and that same pallor that you kind of see in everyone here, people who haven't seen the sun in far too long. His clothes are well worn, but you recognize the knitted cable sweater of a fisherman. As he comes scrambling down the rocks and goes, yeah, mad as badgers you are. But you've dealt them a mighty blow today. Yes. You blinded them, all right. You broke their observatory. You broke it. And he takes like raw shrimp from like a pouch in his
With the head
pocket.
still on?
Yeah, and pops one in his mouth as he begins eating. We should take you to the town. Our priestess has found us. The lights spoke of you. The voices, they spoke of you, and you've come. The
That's
priestess to deliver us. The priestess of the deeps.
I have come to deliver you.
Here to destroy our most horrible foe, the cult of heavenly doom. They think they can eat the stars. Crazy. As he begins to like
Eating
shamble
shrimp,
away.
raw shrimp. Eating the stars. Crazy.
It's shoving them in his mouth. He's just like, famished you must be from your travels here. He sent you to us. Yes, he sent you to us. And he offers you one.
Raw shrimp?
No, thank you.
What do you mean eat the stars?
He thought he's crazy. He thought he was gonna feast on the stars, become infinite crazy. Good thing you've stopped him
Take us to...
from the blind observatory. No.
Actually, on second thoughts, I don't think you're going to be able to take us anywhere.
To Innsmouth. No. I know the way. I know the way to Innsmouth.
Who is in charge here? The priestess would like to see them.
Yes, the in the town. He's the king priest's chosen. He captured the lights. You know the lighthouse they are, and they're going to open the way, and then we'll be able to awaken him. You see, he can't hear us. We just need a way to say it louder. And they're in the lighthouse. Yes, I'll take you to the lighthouse. And he shambles forward.
We should follow him.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and collect some of the obelisks.
Okay. He kind of sings little sea shanties as he goes.
So the shanty goes as thus. Here's 40 silver on the drum for those who volunteer to come to list and fight the foe today. Over the hills and far away, oh, the hills and oh, the main. Through the old one's abyssal plain, King Priest commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away. Thanks for asking, I like it.
Heroic inspiration if you already don't have it.
Thank you.
I love it. He sings this as he takes you all to Innsmouth. The denizens of the fishing village look at you all with strange, paranoid looks, kind of scurrying away as they see you. And as they're kind of carrying their catch of the day, everyone give me a perception check.
Ooh. I forgot, I was outside my body. I was like, right, skills.
Perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 + 6, 12.
-1, so okay. So that is a 10 -1 for a 9.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20.
I got a 19 plus a 4. It's 23.
The two of you notice that the sort of catch of the day that they're hauling away doesn't look to you to be like normal fish. These creatures have too many eyes, too many fins, and strange, elongated, pale bodies. There's something off about them. It's not like any fish you've ever seen, and not like any fish you'd like to ever see.
With a nat 20, can I see, are these folks the same sort of mad as the gentleman who was leading us here? Or are they inspired and believers like I am?
What you do notice is some of them have strange features. A few of them have what you can only surmise are strange slits at the throat, right above where they tie perhaps a scarf or something to keep them warm. Some of them have a strange webbing between their fingers. Yet others have the same sort of weird pale blue eyes you saw of the man on the beach. And a lot of them pull up their gloves and try to hide the shape of their bodies underneath their rather large cloaks and fishing gear.
I whisper at the professor, look a little closer at their anatomy.
I nod and sort of try to study casually, but have a look around as to what Eloin's talking about.
As Eloin points it out, you start to notice that their forms are almost adapting to this aquatic environment that they are in.
Can I make a nature check to discern that
Yes,
in detail? Is that
absolutely.
Okay? Well, having spent a lot of time tinkering, you start to see similarities. 8 + 6 is 14.
And with a 14, you've only seen these features once before in an aboleth.
Aha.
This is an aboleth.
It looks fairly friendly to me.
Really?
Kind of cute.
Yeah,
You're really leaning into this priestess vibe, aren't you?
No, I just, I have a feeling about things, and that one looks okay.
You have keen eyes, Eloin. These remind me of, a horror of the deep. Although they do seem to be self-conscious, so, maybe these villagers deserve our pity than our wrath.
I would be inclined to support you in that endeavor.
The village itself is calm, except for the hushed whisperings and kind of people scurrying away from you as you pass. Some of them seeing this proud, imposing figure with the jade amulet bravely borne upon your chest, walking with this sort of confidence as the young gentleman kind of clears the way kind of ahead of you. Yes, he'll definitely want to know. Yeah. We're almost there.
Where are you taking us exactly?
To the lighthouse. He's studying them, and he'll know what to do with you.
Who is he?
The priest. He helps us all, He was the ship's priest before he was the priest in the chapel. You don't have a chapel. anymore, do
Are
we?
you talking about the strike, is it?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's... I used to work there. Not anymore. Not anymore. No. Now I live here.
Yeah, I think
we follow him,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, we carry on.
Tempted to just slap him, but I won't.
Sean Connery him.
All these hysterical men. Ugh. What a turn off.
As you approach the lighthouse, you all see that it is covered in a bleached coral, impossibly sharp, making any sort of ascent from the outside impossible. But it is also beautiful, as occasionally when it does catch the light of this rotating light of the lighthouse, it almost glitters, encrusted with the salt from the ocean spray, as it were. This part of Innsmouth sits overlooking the ocean on a small cliff, and indeed every single time the waves crash into the hard rock, it sends up a spray, kind of creating a beautiful rainbow, buffeting you all with like this cold ocean foam. You see patterns in the rainbow shapes that the mist kind of sends up, and then they disappear almost as quickly as they appear. The door to the lighthouse is partially rotted through, and you can see light coming out from above and below where this wood has kind of like eroded away. Your companion, Silas, stops here.
Oh, Silas. Okay. Does it seem like he won't go any further?
Yes.
I think this is our stop.
What is he like, this priest?
The priest, she speaks to him. She speaks to the king priest, and the king priest in his reverie speaks to the dreamer. They tell me what to dream. They make sense of the dreams. And you're born of the froth of the ocean foam, coalesced and made you whole. Our priestess, you can join them. They'll know you. They'll know you from your face. And he just kind of like collapses into a cross-legged position on the ground where he kind of rocks back and forth and is just absentmindedly plucking the legs off of Shrimp. And
Yeah, I think I just opened the door.
I stay outside longer than everyone, and I'm trying to see what I saw still, and maybe one of you has to grab me.
I might just give you a kind of...
Sorry, Professor.
as you enter the lighthouse, you see that the circular walls of it are lined with bookshelves, overladen with all kinds of tomes and books and scrolls of parchment.
Heck yeah.
And you...
Books!
I just got a mental semi.
Yeah, it's going in the
Don't
book.
say that.
I just got a mental semi.
In all seriousness, yeah, he's pretty. His eyes light up as we see these books.
You see a woman studying cards carefully placed on her wooden desk. Around her neck, she wears an unfinished rough stone that she has tied a cable or a cord of leather around and then strung around her neck. On it, there is a white line coming straight down, carved directly into the stone, and then ending in almost what looks like a fish's hook. Around that is wrapped an octopus's tentacle. The stone is flecked like red and white naturally. Her hair is blonde, bleached almost white by the ocean air, partially pulled back from her face, but it's like kind of frizzy. And you see where coal or soot has been hastily rubbed under her eyes, but it's beginning to run as she has been sitting here studying the cards very intently before her. She is an elf, and she's adorned in robes covered with a cloak of fisherman's net.
Cool. That's sick.
She has shells that kind of clink and move, that you can imagine are fixed somewhere underneath her many layers of fabric.
Yeah.
So you see like me escorting in Zora.
Do you address her first, or do you?
No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna walk in with Wesley.
As you enter, and she kind of sees you all, she's like confused for a moment and then says, "Who are you?"
We are not from here.
Not from here. No, you wouldn't be. No one is truly from here. How can you be from a dream? Merely thoughts in a mind. We might be.
Who are you?
As you ask her name, she says, "They call me Relenya."
Relenia.
And your name?
They call me the priestess.
Her eyes now kind of linger on your amulet, and you see her eyes go wide. Oh, you've brought gifts. Yes, we could trade, perhaps help each other, one priestess to another.
What do you suggest?
You retrieved it from them. Our enemies took it, but you've brought it back. You must be exceptional indeed. The last few people we sent weren't able to get it back. They didn't come back at all. And you come back victorious. Interesting. No, the cards did foretell of you. You all gain 2 renown as she turns to you and says, "Welcome to the cult of the Chthonic Night. We can keep you safe from those that would do you harm here." Renown and reputation, you got 2 from recovering the alien artifact. You got 3 from destroying the ritual, which gave you the prerequisite 5 to be inducted into this cult.
Nice.
Of which you are all now members.
Oh, so the renown we've given,
Like
we've
street
used
cred.
it.
It's like street
cred.
It can go up.
Okay,
And
great.
allow you access to more things. Typically, in a traditional campaign, you would require 10 renown to receive this dark gift.
Oh.
Which you would, and you can get renown by engaging in the actions, like similar to what you did, or going out on missions on behalf of a given faction.
That's cool.
Yay, Ravenloft. It's a cult.
Yay, cult.
Welcome to the cult.
Do you know anything about this sigil of the claw?
Yes, our sworn enemies. That's good note-taking, Dev. And
Do I get an inspiration point for that?
yes, absolutely.
Good
Absolutely.
student.
As you describe this like clawed sigil, she just says, "They believe their silly little fish god can kill the dreamer, feast on him. But that's not the way. No, they're wrong. They're wrong. We have to wake the dreamer. The dreamer cannot be killed. The dreamer is older than the universe itself. The dreamer created all we know and all we are, cannot be killed.
Can he help us get home?
If the dreamer awakes, we will all be released from the dream into a new existence." She gestures her hands out for the amulet.
If I give you this amulet, what will you give me in exchange?
The power of the deeps.
Is Cthulhu or any of these deep gods, is it possible there are ancient texts about them, blah, 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 blah?
If you were to read some of the texts in this room, you might be able to learn about wizards and other scholars who've tried to study the esoteric and the occult.
I would like to do a quick study whilst all this is going on, because this is like way above my pay grade.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Can I help him with that?
How would you like to help?
Well, I was thinking of trying to steal the nicest book in the room.
Okay, yeah.
Is that help?
I just asked the professor, do you know what you're looking for?
Sort of intellectually browsing. Anything that could do with whatever the hell's going on here, I suppose. Especially if you see pictures. I know it sounds crass, but actually they could be more informative than trying to wade our way through all this text.
Right. With that, I go to perusing and seeing if I can find something. Help me.
Cool. So that's help with advantage.
Advantage.
+6 on both these for investigation. That is a 20, dirty 20.
As you're looking around the room and you have Eloin kind of scanning with you, you do see a beautiful portrait on the wall that looks just like this one behind you, Neil.
Oh, let me have a look-see here.
Carefully painted in blues and greens, you see a massive entity rising out of the ocean, promising to take its devotees to the promised land.
Ooh.
Intriguing.
Older than time, older than the stars. Immense beyond reckoning, beyond imaginment. Its maw extending out into the void in countless suckered tentacles.
Finding an opportune moment in their conversations, obviously not wanting to interrupt them. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. Who might this be?
Cthulhu!
The god of your choosing.
Not of my choosing.
Understood. Thank you for. I am so ignorant. I wanted to clarify with the
Just
customs.
God, the great old one,
From the deep.
imprisoned in the deep.
Thank you. Very educational.
You must listen to your priestess's teachings.
I'm sorry, the other gods imprisoned this god?
There are no other gods. There is only the great old one who slumbers in the vault.
At that point, I'm going to grab Eloin by the elbow, squeeze it, and move him back into looking
You
at the
notice
book.
like she's like a little upset now.
Yes, very much so. So letting them carry on the conversation, just like, Eloin, have a look at this.
Wesley, Crem is, well, let's just say this is for him a very special occasion.
You know what? Fair enough.
And Eloin, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. But I think you're the only one I can trust right now. You're the only one who doesn't seem to be affected by this madness.
Yeah.
What should we do?
I whisper,
You have to go with it. We have to follow where this thread leads.
She says we're in a dream. So I imagine whatever happens in this dream, it's just a dream, right?
I would very much like to hope so, but we can't be too sure.
I hand her the amulet.
She takes the amulet and she says, "Did you acquire when you disrupted their ritual? Shattered their strange little crude obelisks. A mighty blow you've dealt to our foe today. Yes." She places the amulet on the table and it lifts up into the air for a moment. As the amulet kind of hangs suspended in the air magically, it's Taroka time.
Yeah.
scared. Ooh.
Yeah, skills.
Take the one that speaks to you and pass the deck.
Oh,
Pass the deck?
man.
You mean we all
Pass
take
the
one?
deck.
All right.
Do we flip at the same time, or do we?
Yeah, we'll reveal one by one, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Made me really reach over there.
Oh, she draws one too.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever this is, but this is scary. I didn't
Yeah,
really
this
observe
is. Yeah.
The Horseman. The focus of your journey. Her eyes roll back into her head as she, without looking, draws the Horseman from the deck and places it in the center of the arrangement, saying, "Death, the end, destruction, defeat, loss." But what lies in your past?
The missionary.
The two of glyphs. Your past. Hubris, confidence, self-assuredness that will surely lead you to the Horseman, should you not shed these trappings now that you wander in the domain of the dreamer. But there is one who aids you. The Torturer.
Play the torturer.
The Nine of Swords. Your victory will only come after you have suffered greatly, mercilessly. Yes, yes. It is only through your pain, it is only through your suffering that the dreamer will awaken, and we will all be delivered from this dream. But what of your future?
Raider.
Nine of Glyphs. One among you will betray the others. Yes, yes, one among you will fall. And it is only by stepping upon them you will finally be wrested from this dream. One among you will seek to be an obstacle, but you can use them as a stair to the great beyond. But your journey will not be unopposed. What stands in your way?
The Dark Lord.
I got it.
Thank you.
As this card is drawn by her hands and placed there, she quails and says, "No, no, Dagon. Dagon opposes us, sister. He will try to stop us. His is the dominion of the sea, long as he done battle with us. Yes, yes, I can hear the voices. He seeks to feed on the flesh of Cthulhu. We mustn't let him know. No, he mustn't. The dreamer must awaken, and only then from his dream will we be delivered." And with this, she falls back, almost weakened by her revelations.
So it seems to me that the only way we can escape this hellhole is to awaken the dreamer.
Yes.